A young mermaid makes a deal with a sea witch to trade her beautiful voice for human legs so she can discover the world above water and impress a prince. And she's black now.
Welcome to the Walt Vault with Andre,
Michelle,
Emily,
And Luis.
We are a family-friendly podcast where each and every week we watch and review a different Disney movie. Be sure to subscribe on all podcast platforms and YouTube. Enjoy the show.
hello and welcome to the episode
196.
196.
It's me and my clone.
Hello.
Never mind.
Andre's clone.
Never mind.
Hey, okay, my accent was better than Luis's in the intro.
Oh, that was really bad.
Was it though?
It was.
He was trying to be Caribbean. Caribbean.
You only heard one take, audience.
Michelle, that is a region.
But we heard all of the takes.
Yeah.
And it went through a range.
Trying to be Jamaican.
Went through a range of sounds.
That's assuming that the people, I don't think the people in this movie live in Jamaica. They're just from the Caribbean.
Then why is there a person with a Jamaican accent?
Because it's Caribbean. You're just assuming that only people who live in Jamaica have that accent.
Here's my question, and I've always wanted to know this.
Yeah.
How do you actually pronounce it?
Pronounce
Caribbean? Caribbean?
You can do both. I say Caribbean.
Because to me, that's how I will always say pirates, like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, but then I say I'm going on a Caribbean cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Going to the
I think
Caribbean.
they're easily interchangeable. I haven't really heard anybody throw it. Well, again, it's a region. You know, people aren't going to be as like, oh, it's the Caribbean, you know?
But do we only say Pirates of the Caribbean because that's how everybody pronounces it? And do we say we're going to the Caribbean because that's how everybody says it?
Yeah, I don't know.
All I'm saying...
I just feel like if someone said the Pirates of the Caribbean, that would be really weird.
It'd be weird, right?
Speaking of which, all I'm saying is that Captain Salazar was able to go ahead and be reborn.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
So.
What does it say?
Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Now that is
Caribbean.
the American pronunciation.
Uh-huh.
If I go to the British pronunciation.
Caribbean.
Come on. Hit me.
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
Caribbean.
That's why.
That is the British pronunciation. They don't have a
They ain't got no Jamaican?
Caribbean pronunciation. That would be nice. Caribbean.
Well, listeners, the reason we're talking about the Caribbean is because instead of Guardians, we decided we're doing a different movie.
This week, we are talking about the 2023 live-action remake of the 1989 classic,
Correct.
The Little Mermaid.
We didn't have time to watch Guardians 3. We have kids. We got too much going on, so we watched The Little Mermaid instead.
We did all watch The Little Mermaid.
So, we don't get into it. Luis, what is your first impression of this live-action remake?
I like the movie. I just didn't like the color of her hair.
Wasn't red enough for you?
No, I just...
Too red?
At this point, you're all going to kill me, but I don't think it needed to be red.
What?
Can I explain why you don't like it? Can I explain?
It was a little too orangey than red.
Because...
And it might as well have been a darker shade. So yes, a little more red. Or just not change her hair color.
I love that the thing that he's particular about is the
No,
hair color.
we both said this.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, when you're looking at her without a bandana and it's not underwater, it literally looks like the same color as her face in some shots.
It does.
And so
That is interesting.
it just takes away from because she's a very pretty girl. It takes away from her facial features, and it makes me focus on the fact that her hair is the same color as her forehead. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
So it's
I am seeing a lot of
either
So it needed to be
either be dark
yes
or be red. Pick one.
redder.
right.
Yeah.
But in the undersea lighting, there is a definite contrast. But you're right. When she's back on land, which she spends a large part of the movie in,
More than in the
More than underwater.
Yeah, I mean, her hair is not
underwater.
that red to me. It's just more like
So like, look at her in this
when you
picture.
have dark hair and you dye your hair
this one.
red, that you only see it in the sun type of
It should
thing.
have just been.
That's kind of what.
And like,
Yeah.
call me crazy, but did her hair need to be red?
Right.
No, but I wasn't paying that much attention to her hair, to be honest.
Is her hair red in the Grimm story? Was that a
Perhaps not.
point?
I don't know.
Before she foamed into to death or whatever?
Well, we'll get more into
Foamed it into
we'll
the
get
death
more
and-
into her hair in a bit. Emily, let's do your first impression.
I really liked it. I am mad, not at it, but you know, we've talked about how all my favorite ones coming out here with bad live action remakes.
Right.
But of course, Michelle's would be good. Andre's was good.
Mine was The Lion King, and The Lion King.
No.
that was-
She's talking
Aladdin.
about Aladdin.
Oh, Aladdin was pretty good.
Oh, that
That one
really
was good.
Right.
Here, can
Well,
you handle your coaster? Or actually, well, because hers is
Thank you.
icing.
Here, I'm
So
not
is
using
mine.
mine.
No, it's
Sorry, listeners. We are
I'm coasted. We're drinking. okay?
coasting.
Hashtag
Anyhow.
always snacking.
Anywho, I was stupidly upset. Like, mine wasn't this good because Mulan was so bad.
It was bad.
You know, it was just so bad. But it was good. I enjoyed it. Even in the middle, I was like, this is good. This is good.
Right.
No, I have not either, and we will not. So sorry.
I had half the.
You can watch it with the kids.
Had the urge to watch it with the kids.
Yeah. If we have any new listeners on the podcast, Emily The Lion King is not her jam. She's absolutely incorrect. But because
has a
of
bad
that,
opinion
she
on
will
that,
not
but,
watch the live action.
No,
But she'll watch her crappy Mulan one. Don't worry.
I have
No,
not
actually, we only
rewatched
watched
that.
it that one time, huh?
Yeah.
You
On your
paid
big old
for
TV,
it.
and we were all excited.
$30 to see the Phoenix 4 times.
I did not
Okay.
let it be known. I
We know.
refused to go watch
Luis
it.
refused to
Yeah.
pay.
I was
He
not going to
refused
pay money.
to view.
You know what, though? If it was good, you would have been like, oh, okay, guys, it's fine. You bought it.
I
It's
literally
garbage.
made Emily pay with the money she earned from her work because I
Right.
would not
Right.
supply a dime for that.
I want everybody to know.
Dang.
I want everybody to know that he said that.
I would not.
It been done said.
Dime or penny.
But Little
Dime
Mermaid,
or penny.
last.
Not
That's
to
what we're
die.
talking about.
Andre, what was your
Andre,
first?
You go next. I will go last. With my movie.
Yeah, I think that this adaptation is one of the better ones overall. Thinking back on it, I liked Halle Bailey's performance. She really brought the vocals and the Little Mermaid naivete that I love so much. This poor girl, she don't know how the world works. She thinks a fork is a dingle hopper or whatever, you know. I like that. I love the addition of Awkwafina as Scuttle. I think that was a
She
great
was
addition to
good.
this movie. It was very silly, very fun, and aside from Melissa McCarthy, I think I enjoyed all the performances in this.
You didn't like her?
In this as well. I did not like her.
Okay, we'll talk about
I
it.
thought she was just.
I had qualms.
Wait,
I was
Let's speed it
qualming.
up. Let's get there.
But overall, yes.
I was qualming.
Enjoyed this movie.
Yes.
2 black thumbs for the new black princess.
Very nice. So, you know me. I was like, nuh-uh, this movie, I don't want it. Don't ruin my movie. Because, that's a nostalgia for me. I don't need a remake then kids are going to grow up and they're only going to watch the remake and they're going to be like, that movie's so good. I'm like, no, it was garbage. You got to watch the original. That just makes you feel old, right? So I was not super excited for this. But I was going to go watch it, of course. And I just kept my expectations low. So we went with Andre's family and my family. We both went to the movies together and made it like a big ordeal.
Never before seen.
Yeah, never before seen.
More nursed outing.
Never again.
No, it was good.
We went on a cruise together. And
Yeah,
it was
that's
okay.
true. We did that too.
It was fine.
That is much more epic than a movie. You guys.
Yeah, that's true. Your grandma was there. Your aunt was there. We
Yeah,
had the whole gang.
yeah.
The gang, and the kids were there.
Gang,
Everybody
it was gang,
there.
gang.
I mean, if you survive a cruise, you could pretty much just,
That's true.
use the same stall in a bathroom.
Yeah. So,
Move along.
All in one
thank
cabin.
goodness
getting weird.
I did like it. I
Yes.
enjoyed it.
Yes.
However, do I have very specific qualms about things? Yes. Like, I didn't really like Melissa McCarthy as Ursula. She just wasn't doing it for me. And then the Under the Sea song was just not upbeat and, like, banging for me enough.
Yeah.
It was a little lackluster.
I wanted a lot more clams as drums, you know? A lot more musical instruments.
I wanted the blackface to sing.
I want to know how many of those creatures are actually in nature. Because some of them look like, wait a minute.
Luis wants the fish to be real
this
fish.
sucker is actually part of,
You think that dude's a fake fish in there?
gang La Familia.
Oh my gosh, that is
Okay? I'm not sure he's part of that species, so.
That's hilarious. But,
Marine
alas,
biologist.
That did not look like a sea cucumber. I'll tell you that much.
Okay. Look at this mermaid not being real.
I did enjoy it, and
Whatever.
I agree with Andre that Halle Bailey was a very good casting for a Little Mermaid character.
Ariel.
They did a very good job choosing her.
Agreed.
She's now the Brandy. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, for sure.
She's new Brandy. Because that Cinderella's banging.
Right.
And
Yep.
now I'm associating this Little Mermaid like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's very fair. Very fair, actually.
I like that.
Things after all Trey and I listened to in the car on our commutes was this album. He loves it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I do that with like any
Yeah.
album usually though, but she killed it.
it's interesting because I 100% agree that she killed it. She was awesome. However, I wonder if this other actress, how she would have done.
Oh, like you think
Lou's
that
got a fan
somebody-
cast.
Okay, yeah, fan cast.
Hit me with it.
Man, here we go.
Who that be?
Liv from All American.
All American.
Why?
I don't know who that is.
Live.
And here's the funny part.
Why?
Rise.
What?
Yeah.
This character is really annoying.
It's really annoying.
Like,
I would say it's because of Rise. Like, I just had that vision right now of this actress under the
This
sea,
is a lady with some big eyes.
her singing Under the Sea, yeah,
Miss Doggone.
with red hair.
Nothing about that looks like Little Mermaid to
The
me.
character's name is Olivia
Well,
Baker.
nothing
She's
about
played
that
by
actress looked like Little Mermaid. so she's
Samantha
Little
Logan.
Mermaid.
yeah,
you just
I'm
don't-
just really
No,
confused
it's just,
about that.
It's just
But
the like Halle Bailey looks much younger.
she has the the naive.
Yeah.
She's in 6 seasons of the show All
I mean, she
American.
started playing a
Never
16-year-old,
ends.
so
It literally never.
I've never
ends.
even heard of this show.
Don't. Just don't.
The CW original All American. It's a
never
CW show.
It never
ends.
I
Never ends.
see.
Literally.
A lot of CW.
Don't. I don't want to see his face.
I watched Smallville for 10 years straight, just struggling week to week.
But was it
Like-
worth your time?
In the end, yes, it was
Good.
worth my time. But
I'm
it
glad
was- it was
somebody
hard.
spent a good 10 years of their viewing
It
life.
was
All right,
it was
Mr.
hard.
Lost.
I know.
All right, so let's get into this movie.
Okay, can I start?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Because I heard. Okay, I heard that Aquafina was going to be in it, and I was like, oh my god. Because
Here we go.
I'm not.
lady. again.
I'm not gonna trudge, but like, I hold fast in watching this to what I've said in the past. I don't hate many things. I hated her and Raya. I still rewatching it. Hated her and Raya. Hated it. Everything about it was just overdone. Too
I
much.
hated it. She just wasn't the best.
What?
Who farted?
Freddie.
Oh my
Well, that was
goodness.
Freddie, homie.
That's your dog. God.
Okay.
Okay.
For the record, because I'm not cutting it out. I don't smell anything.
Ducky doesn't smell like that.
And she made the weirdest face at me before she said that. She was like,
I thought Andre farted.
I did not.
Okay.
I take offense that you think that this apparently horrible smell came from me.
Looking like
Sometimes
rat
it
tail
does.
when he goes from rat to human form.
How dare ye? How dare ye? My fart smell of sandalwood and musk. I'm a man.
Shut up.
You know, he castrated. Did you get that?
Wait, what?
He castrated.
Oh, I got it.
Okay. Yes.
It's all good. It'll come out in the
Yes.
edit. It'll all come out in the
Said
edit.
looking like freaking rat tail.
What I'm saying is, your dog got some stanky too.
Dude, you have no idea.
Woo.
That's a Frenchie thing.
Blew up the whole
I was
podcast.
gonna say.
Go off, Freddie.
I'm stop laughing because I didn't know I could come out of an animal like that. Woo! Okay.
I just like how you inhaled a huge ass aroma and then you're still drinking your drink with them particles in there. How'd that drink taste?
It's really good.
Anyway,
I'm glad. It's the alcohol.
It's Frenchy butt.
how many bubbles would that fart produce if it was under the sea? Back to the movie.
It would have done
A lot.
It would have done a dang blimp, homie.
Killed that whole flood of fish. It would have just turned over.
Okay.
One huge blimp.
Everybody chill out.
Fish.
So I hold to my Aquafina thing. I really did not like her in that role. I thought it was overdone. But it's not like I dislike her as an actress because in Shang-Chi,
cool.
I thought she was fantastic. It was a
That was
great
good.
character.
She was
I liked her
funny
in the
Stupid Crazy Asian.
yeah, in the Asian.
Crazy Rich Asians.
So good in that. She's hilarious.
Get it right. Crazy Rich Asian.
Crazy
Thank
Rich
you.
The stupid crazy.
No. I'm thinking of Stupid Crazy Love. That's why.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which is completely unrelated. Don't
A lot of descriptive movie words.
Stupid
out there.
crazy.
There's a
rich,
lot.
you
It had
know.
crazy in it, okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
no, for sure.
Common
I liked her in that, and you know, I heard people give bad reviews on her being in this, and I'm gonna say
Wasn't
I
that
enjoyed
bad?
it
Yeah, I don't.
because let's be real, Scuttle is annoying.
Right.
Like it's an annoying character. He's supposed to be ridiculous,
Indeed.
and while I have qualms, her song,
Yeah.
the Scuttlebutt,
Is-
is genius.
Wasn't
the,
bad.
One
Like-
of the best songs. Thanks, Lynn Marin.
That's a Lynn Marin.
As soon as it came on, Andre and I looked at each other like, oh, there's Lynn.
There he
There
goes.
he goes.
Okay,
He's
he
going
went off. He went off.
You know, her
He's
the scuttlebutt.
Lennon and Marinin.
And
I love it.
Adeline was like, Scuttlebutt, ha! And I was like, no, it's actually really, I'm like trying to go into a literary reference. Like,
Scuttlebutt is actually a term.
yeah.
What is it?
It
It
means,
means like the gossip. That's exactly what the song says.
Scuttlebutt?
Scuttlebutt.
Means gossip.
Did you hear the scuttlebutt about Martha down on 4th Street?
Yeah, it was like back in the day.
Must have
term.
been used back in like the 40s and
Yeah, yeah,
60s.
yeah.
exactly.
Exactly when it was
Exactly.
used.
With that voice.
It sounded like the guys from Cora.
And I
Yes.
mean, come on, David Diggs.
I
He was
never
like, I
knew
gotta
that.
throw in a little stuff for him.
That's
you know.
right. That's, okay, here's another qualm then. Here we go. You're just,
Oh.
His accent
Corn corner.
wasn't Jamaican
his
enough.
accent wasn't,
It wasn't that great.
no.
He
Yeah.
might as well have just sang as with his regular voice.
Right.
Because I thought his singing in with the Jamaican accent took a lot away from his voice.
Singing.
Exactly. Like he has a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
And it would have been nice if he, got to really use it. But he didn't.
Well, and
have
maybe
to.
that's why I'm not huge on the Under the Sea song. Like, I don't mind the music of it because they went for that like Caribbean vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the Steel Parent Jones songs and made it more fluid and flowy, which is really beautiful. But maybe it's.
I think it's
maybe
the singing.
his interpretation of it.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Alan Menken
Yeah.
came back for this movie. He did
course he
the
did.
OG Little Mermaid, and he's doing this one. So everything that he does here feels like basically an improvement, I would say. It's like he's building on everything that came before. There's some songs that I didn't
new ones
super
I did
care
not
for.
like.
Yeah, the some of the newer ones.
Oh, his was fine.
The Prince Eric
Eric's
song.
was fine, and
pretty
good. Yeah,
Scuttlebutt
his
was
wasn't bad.
fine.
Oh, you
Yeah.
didn't like hers when she was in the village?
No.
Yeah, that's the one.
That
I don't
needed
think
to
I
go.
like
Oh, that's the
either.
one?
Let me find
Yeah,
this
that
out.
one needed to go.
I actually liked it.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I feel like when you listen to the album, it fits in and it reminds me of like Brandy singing like "In My Own Little Corner." Like they gave her own kind of song. I wish it was like a different context that they had given her own song. Maybe not necessarily like the "I can't talk." Sing my thoughts.
I can't talk, but I'm
But I
saying.
know-
Adeline, my
They
kids
wanted
were
to
so
hear it.
confused.
I know.
They were
really?
like, "But she can't sing. How is she singing?" And I'm like,
So
"You guys."
You're hearing a brain.
But like I said,
You guys.
I like basically all of the songs except for Melissa McCarthy. Sorry.
Can we expand on that, please?
I just thought it was
Overdone.
like they just cast this big name person and I didn't like her interpretation of it at all. Didn't like the way she sang. I didn't like her interpretation of the song.
I
Did
kind of.
she looked cool. It was fine.
I kind of agree. I think that like she got this role and was like, "All right, I'm gonna do exactly what was done before," instead of like making it her own and like putting a Melissa McCarthy spin on it, because like I feel like it was like the most unfunny of the entire movie.
Yeah, I needed a little more like
even though she's like saying funny lines, and she's putting like a character and a voice on it, but I don't know, it just didn't vibe with me.
I didn't like the way she sang the song.
Yeah, maybe I expected like more out of Melissa McCarthy. Out of Melissa McCarthy, I don't know exactly why, but like I feel like she underperformed.
I think
Really?
so too. I think it was an underperformance from her.
I think that I just love the way they did her up. Like
She looks great.
she was. It was
scene looks
beautiful. Like everything about her look was so good. I think I'm just mesmerized by.
Yeah, that
her
was all,
thing.
That was all perfect. I think it was just.
It was her performance.
The performance, like the way that she sang the song, did not vibe with me.
And the way that she delivered the lines, I thought just could have been so much
flat.
better and funnier and punchier.
Because Andre, when we got out of the theater, we both were like, "That was a really good movie," except for Ursula.
Right.
We both said the same thing.
Yeah.
She wasn't very
don't
sassy.
need
Now that you say that, she was more saucy than she was
her
sassy.
To be more sassy. Like,
Way sassier.
Pat Carroll was up in the sass role.
Right.
You know, that's just my
Yeah.
opinion. But
No.
she
Now that
looked
you say
awesome.
that,
yes, she looked absolutely perfect. You know,
honestly, this movie was beautiful. They did a really good job.
The colors gorgeous, all of it. I think they did a great job of who's the actor who played Prince Eric, because that was a good.
Oh,
casting.
dude, that was freaking Dan
Okay,
from
so
Bastille.
yeah, one of my favorite.
Jonah Howard King.
No, but
his name.
Well, he was cast.
He
beautifully.
legit looked throughout the entire movie like one of our favorite singers from our favorite
I see.
band.
Oh, okay.
And when he started singing,
You
wasn't
kept
there, like,
I'm gonna be honest, Luis. You kept saying he sounded just like him, but literally, you could play some song I've literally never ever heard in my entire life, and I'll be like, "That's Dan," and you'll be like, "No, it sounds like it." No, it doesn't. No,
that's because you're obsessed with him.
I am.
Well, I'm
If
more
they're blue,
with this guy.
where would be Dan?
Even
But he
though-
looked like Dan.
He did a little bit.
Well, the Little Mermaid is my favorite princess, yes, but my favorite prince is Prince Eric. Like, and it's not necessarily because they're in the same movie together. I just like Prince Eric.
No, he's
like,
legit.
He's down to earth. I like his interpretation. He's not no Prince Charming up in here. Like, it's just not.
Yeah, he wasn't self-righteous.
I like him a lot. Like, that's just.
He was a cool dude.
I like him, and I thought they
The whole movie.
did a really good job of casting him. Like, that's exactly how I would picture Prince Eric to act.
Yeah,
Like,
I
as a
really
person.
liked him.
You know, so it was great.
No, I really liked him as well. I thought that I liked Grimsby.
Oh
Grimsby
yeah,
was
he
great.
good.
He was very good the whole time. I like that they gave him more to do, and did he have like a little love interest at the end there? Am I remembering that
Oh, I
correctly?
thought he was loving on the mama, like the queen.
Right, the queen. Yeah.
I thought so.
Wow. Get it in there, Grimsby.
Hey,
Let's
hold on.
go.
Time out.
Yes.
Let's
That's a promotion right
Yeah.
there, Grimsby.
let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Doesn't he know it?
Okay.
Get it out.
As far as I'm concerned, Eric is 21.
Okay.
Little Mermaid
16.
is 16.
Yep.
Am I the only one who sees there's something wrong there?
But here's the deal.
The
Pause.
Caribbean, the age of consent is not there.
maybe-
Oh, we need to talk about that too.
Maybe it's different.
But here's the deal. Pause. This was my conversation with him. This movie was made in 89, and that's still creepy in 89. I'm not trying to pretend like it's not. But for the purposes of this movie, there's no indication that she's 16.
Right. They don't say
Okay?
that.
Like, if I watch this, in my mind, I'm not thinking she's 16 years old.
Because the actress is well older than 16
You know,
and 18, I believe.
like her, like maybe her, like, yes, she's very naive, but then again, like, she's underwater. She has no, like, in my mind, she has, why would she know about the way that the world works?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, she's
Yeah.
super, what's the word? Like, sheltered?
Yeah.
So how would she know about any of this other stuff? So in my mind, she's like 18 watching this. I'm not thinking like, oh my gosh, she's a child and he's an adult.
No, I wasn't getting that vibe.
I would say that they probably aged her up in their timeline. I don't see that.
Well, I wish they would have said it, because now there's nothing else in my brain beyond that. And
That's
that is
not
creepy.
the elephant in the room to me. Like that's fine.
I was waiting for a true elephant.
That isn't how the heck is that not an elephant?
I thought you were gonna say something else about the elephant in the room. But my question.
What other elephant would there be?
Well, that's why we were confused.
Ariel being black. I thought that was the elephant in the room. People were like, "Ooh, a black interpretation." of Ariel."
Yeah,
Which honestly, it was the exact same Ariel.
But yeah, she was.
I
She
thought
was
that
the
was
same.
gonna be
Not
the
at all.
elephant.
Oh, here was my elephant, and they fixed it.
Oh, what?
The elephant in the room of you're over here talking about consent, and we're over here talking about there's no consent.
Kiss the girl.
They fixed it.
They fixed it.
Thank you.
All I'm saying, I would have liked that
Thank you.
certification of her being a adult. Okay, because no.
And Luis is saying this because he has little girls that they like. I don't know. I thought she was like 18.
You want her. Look at her, you know you do.
Still kind of
Possible
creepy.
she wants you to use your words, boy, and ask her. Time
That's
is
hella
right,
funny.
and the time is tonight. Go on and kiss the girl.
Use your words.
They did it. They said use your words. Don't just get in there and start laying on body parts, bro. All right.
I was so happy. I won't even
Take
lie.
a joke, babe.
That we were watching that part, and I was like, my eyes got really big, and I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. And then they, thank you.
I'm
love
glad they
that
fixed it because, you know, a 21-year-old and a 16-year-old is kind of like not cool, you know?
I loved that scene. I thought it was so beautifully done. I love the way that Flounder and Scuttle and whatever were all harmonizing.
Scuttle singing was
Dead.
fun
It
every
was
time.
so good.
Dead.
Flounder's little voice was like perfect for that song.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good. I also we'll talk about another thing, something that's missing from
Sorry, I'm taking us
No, it's
all
all good.
around.
This is cool. I like this.
Well, I mean, we already know the story, guys. We don't need to go through the whole movie. We're
Right.
just
Let me
gonna-
tell you how this
we're
story
gonna
Pop out the
goes.
differences and whatnot.
Did we miss Chef Louis?
Luis.
Les
Yeah.
poissons, les
Yeah.
poissons.
I miss Chef Louis.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, you told me that you were happy it didn't happen.
No, I was just, I said that, well, not happy. I said, I'm happy because how would it have come out with all that CGI and all of
Right.
that?
Oh, yeah.
You know what
That's
I mean?
probably a major reason why they didn't do it. It's like,
I thought it would have been fun if Lin-Manuel Miranda, he played Chef Louis and he came in his own movie and
and
he
updated the
did his
song
own interpretation of Les Poissons.
Right.
And with David Diggs, that would have been great.
That actually would have been very
That would've
good.
been cool.
Except for,
That's in the
well, no, he probably would have had a pretty fun version. But
I think so.
it would have been hard, though, CGI wise.
It would, but that is one of the funnest scenes
Yeah.
in the original.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
So Screen Rant says that they made her 18, which I'm
Right. That's
okay with.
That's
Okay.
what I figured had happened.
Okay, good.
18,
They did it.
21, yeah.
I just wish I would have heard a number as blatantly
Maybe
as
they
blatantly
did
as
and
I
we
heard it
missed
with
it.
Eric.
Within the language of the movie, they might have said it at some point. I don't.
Maybe they did and we just didn't hear it.
Off the
I
top
don't
of my
know.
head.
How did you guys feel about King Triton and the sisters?
Luis loves that
You mean
guy.
Captain Salazar?
Javier
Oh yeah, he
Bardem.
does love that guy.
He loves him.
Country for old man.
I didn't
baby.
like him in this. It was a very underwhelming use of his acting prowess.
Acting abilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that guy. But, I mean, honestly, this is going to sound so silly, but you could have put any Joe into that, the lines he had.
Yeah, you didn't have to get someone famous
It
for
could have been
that.
anybody. It could have
Right.
been anybody.
Yeah.
Literally.
I thought the sisters were cool.
I thought they were
don't-
very cool.
Was it like that before and I just missed it that they were supposed to be like mermaids of the seas?
Yeah, they each represent one of the 7 seas.
No, but was that like that before?
I don't think it was in the
no, I think
cartoon.
this was like the live action.
Okay, yeah, that was
And
cool.
It also might be like some Poseidon stuff from
It's
Greek
some
mythology.
mythology stuff too.
Right, right.
He got around and he had
Right.
kids
I
with
get around.
different women.
Right.
Poseidon did.
Round
and
and
that's how the
round,
7 seas
round
were
it
like
goes.
formed.
Right.
Type of thing.
Which
So that's what they
honestly,
were doing.
I'm mythology wise, whatevs, but like live action wise, I think that's very cool that
Cool,
that's
right?
why they're not Like they're all different because they're from the different areas
they
or
look
regions.
over different regions in the ocean. Yeah,
That's
I thought
sick.
That was really cool.
Which is interesting.
Which is sad for Ariel. Like, what's your issue, girl? I'll just chill here.
I thought they all looked really cool.
Yeah.
I miss them, singing their names though, Adrena, Adana,
I think they're
Alana. Yeah, their names are different, so they couldn't have done it. Impossible.
Sister Harry.
Yeah.
I was actually very happy that we didn't do that.
Yeah, okay, that's probably a good thing.
Come
Didn't bring that up.
on, I love it.
But I was definitely looking for it as soon as the sisters showed up.
Did Ariel say, "But Daddy, I love him" in this?
No.
She did
She
not
did
say
not.
that phrase. I do not believe.
Because we were waiting for it and she did
Right.
not.
Yeah, he still blew up her stuff though.
He blew up the statue.
I was like, no. you
Adeline
didn't.
was so sad. She's like, oh, no. I don't think she remembered
It
it.
is rude, right? It's pretty rude.
Yeah.
Think about it.
He don't care.
And there was no "But Daddy, I love him." I would say, and Andre made the comment when we left the theater. He's like, "This Ariel was much less annoying," and that's because it is an updated version. But she still felt like Ariel to me.
Right.
She did.
Like she was naive.
She did.
She was young. She wasn't. She was defying her father.
But I think she had
but she was
more-
a little more strong.
She had more agency. She's more
a little
strong-willed.
more mature, but still naive.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's
you know.
2 years is a big difference in a teenager's life. 16 to 18, she really wisened
Yeah,
up.
I guess so.
Talk about 30 to 32, baby. Let's talk about it.
I was just happy that she still felt like Ariel to me. Where
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like she did good on the naivete of it, but her own spin or whatever.
I will.
Which was
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I will say that one thing I loved, like it was a fantastic addition, was in obviously the live action pieces, the on land pieces. For some reason, I want to call that the live action, like them being on land.
Like them going through the village and stuff.
Yes, like the bringing in the cultural feel
Yeah.
was,
Yeah, that was cool.
freaking good. It was good.
We got a whole Jodie Benson cameo.
Yeah,
there
we
in
did.
The market.
Yeah, we did.
She was there. I don't remember what she was saying, but she was.
I don't know, just giving her something.
Is that when she asked her about the dang, what did she try to give her? Well, neither here nor there. But
Yeah.
I just really liked the cultural market and like you said, the steel pan drums. It felt like we were there versus I never in my life as a child would have been like, oh, I mean, not that I knew what the Caribbean was as a child, but it's just
Where they
that
were.
Sebastian had an accent. Like in my mind, I didn't see any.
Yeah. Didn't know
Yeah,
this
I
about
agree
this
with
all this fishing culture.
I agree with you, and it was like you said, it was good, and the colors of all of the outfits and stuff, especially in the village, was beautiful. And they definitely made every song feel more Caribbean. If you really listen to the background and their use of instruments that they went with, it was definitely making it feel like if you kind of said before, if you asked me where does Ariel live? I'm like, I don't know. Atlantica, but I don't know where she ended up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Same thing. I know that.
I said the ocean.
I know Belle lives in France, but I don't know where Cinderella is. Apparently she's in France too.
I thought she was in England.
No, dude, I think she's in France
I
too.
think that's or is it German? I think it might be a German
But you know what I
story.
mean? They didn't hit on it enough for me
No,
to know.
for sure.
Right.
But now,
But now we know.
yeah.
They
Caribbean.
focused in on
Gotta be it.
on that part of it, which I think was good.
Which is funny because for all of the good that they did there, we said it already. Poor David's,
Diggs, yeah.
I did not like
to
it.
do this accent the
And
whole
that was
time.
sad because I really liked David Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, like you said, they probably told him that he needed to do the accent. That's what they wanted.
Right, they wanted
and
the
it just
accent.
wasn't hitting it.
But
I just
then
feel like
maybe
he
they
could have done
should've-
his Jefferson accent. It would have been better.
Hey, they should have hired a Jamaican dude if they wanted a Jamaican accent. You know?
And he
You could have just sang the other song,
Should've
the
got
Scuttlebutt.
that bad
Yeah, he
guy
sounded
from
the
Luke
best at
Cage
Scuttlebutt.
season 2.
Oh, he was my favorite. What was it? The Bushmaster?
Yeah, the Bushmaster.
Oh, he was my favorite.
Scuttlebutt because he was doing this little rappy thing.
Yeah, he was.
Right.
We gotta get it before the sun goes down.
Oh, that was so good.
You're gonna be waiting for the big showdown. Also, I really liked Vanessa.
kind of about?
Oh yeah, when she gets replaced. That was cool.
She's like they took her out of the animated one, plopped her in. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
That was crazy.
It's the same voice, it's the same girl. 'Cause she legitimately looked like.
Well, but right, she looked like Vanessa from the cartoon. But did they use Jodie Benson's voice on top of it. That would have been cool.
No,
I don't think that's what they did.
It was just whoever they cast for it.
That gal was like perfect though. Like whoever they chose to do that part, she was creepy.
Yes.
I liked the mom too, the queen.
Yeah.
Where have we seen her before? Have we seen her anywhere else? Because she looked familiar.
Her name is Noma Dumezweni, and she was in Mary Poppins Returns.
Who was she?
She played Miss Penny Farthing. I don't remember her in that. She was in The Watcher, which is on Netflix. I think we watched that. I feel like I recognize her from something, but I'm not seeing it here.
Can I give you some facts that I found?
Yeah.
She was on Doctor Who in 2008 to 2009, 2 episodes. Captain Magambo.
I'm not going to remember her from that though.
Yeah.
So Harry Styles was almost cast as Prince Eric, apparently. That would have been awful.
Imagine.
That would have been awful.
That was like, you know what? Too much
That
redhead.
guy that they cast
Way
was
too much red hair.
perfect for Eric.
Damn.
But you know, it's funny because while Melissa McCarthy didn't bother me very much, how you feel about her in this role is how I felt about Johnny Depp in Fantastic Beasts. It's like you didn't need to get that person, this iconic person,
To play that
in this role.
That's
It's
exactly
distracting.
how I feel about
Like, you did not
Melissa
need to do that.
McCarthy as Ursula.
Right.
I didn't need it. To me, it was just like I don't know, they just pick her because of her name. That's how I felt.
Exactly. Okay, anywho, so that's the first one. Absolutely not. Ursula's makeup, which, I mean, I feel like it says was inspired by drag queens. Well, yeah,
Well,
originally.
Well, the original character.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for that, person. It says, obviously, Jodie Benson makes that cameo appearance. Scuttle is not a seagull, which he wasn't originally either. He was is it Gannet? Gannet?
Oh, I don't know that.
Gannet? I don't know, but it's...
Bird, the ones that dive down and they can swim underwater, like they kind of go like this, and
It's
they
weird.
can hold their breath a long time.
That's cool.
That's why Scuttle was like underwater in the first scene.
That makes sense.
So the gal had to undergo mermaid training to be able to go underwater like
I
that.
saw a video of her like trying to whip her hair. She was like
She had to
lifting
do.
weights with her neck.
Right.
She had to do it over 20 takes.
Imagine how heavy
weighted hair, yeah. With
weighted
the water in there.
braids. Like that's probably so heavy.
Yeah. A lot of water training in the recent times in Disney movies between Black Panther, Little Mermaid, and Avatar.
Good God.
Everybody's out here holding their breath for like 5 minutes at a time. Like all these actors had to get the same dive trainer.
No, thank you. Cutie, who played Eric, apparently almost drowned on set.
Oh, whoops.
Oh no, he didn't know how to swim.
Not sure.
Mike doesn't ride a bike in Stranger Things.
I think you're going to need to explain what you're saying. Nobody understands.
Well, if the guy doesn't swim and he's in the boat, then Mike doesn't really know how to ride a bike, but he rides one in Stranger Things. They make it work.
Did he really not know how to ride a bike?
Apparently he doesn't know how.
What? I gotta go back and watch those shots. See if they just put him on green screen with a fake bike. Stationary.
So apparently, just the actor doesn't swim very well, and he had to wear super heavy boots.
Oh,
And so
boots will get you, man.
he was joking, apparently, that his drowning scene was really easy to act because he felt like he was.
He was like, well, I'm actually drowning in that.
He had to have them poke holes in the boots to lessen the water load in the shoes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I have one. This says Ariel's hair was made of 30-inch extensions, which took 14 to 15 hours to integrate into Halle Bailey's hair.
Yeah.
The total cost of the hair was over $150,000.
I believe that. That's a lot. That's a lot of work. And then, like you said, add the water in it. That is heavy.
Flip it.
Flip it good.
It's hard
Flip it,
to
Hallie.
in general. Have you tried it when using the pool? Well, no, you haven't.
You don't know what I've tried.
So the cutie kid who played Flounder, he had a Tremblay. He was cast.
Wasn't he Luca?
I don't know, was he?
He played
Yeah,
Luca.
I think you're right.
So he was cast in 2019, and he had his look at the difference between when he was cast and
He was cast when he was like
Grew up.
he was
12, 13.
yeah, he was little.
The movie comes out and he is like 16 years old.
Yeah, and now he's like, well,
You know?
all right. There was another good one, and now I can't remember. Oh, someone's trying to say that there's going to be a spin-off, but there's potential for the spinoff between Triton and Ursula. I feel like it's not necessary.
Not
Please don't do
necessary.
that.
Don't do it.
You know, that's interesting. I wonder.
Which
They're doing a Mufasa movie
oh god.
based on the live action Lion King. Yeah.
Is it Disney?
Uh huh. Yeah.
They don't need to.
It's a spinoff.
I really don't need that.
Which is it made $1 billion, man. They gotta do something. They gotta make another one. So yeah.
Which I will say,
That's
I think
interesting.
we've all wanted to know like what's been going on there. You know, like so they're brother and sister, and why?
Right, that's interesting. I think that's new, right?
You're an
That's
octopus,
brother and sister.
but didn't
new.
no? He intimated that before, that they were family.
They're family.
Okay.
But like one's an octopus, one's a mermaid. So like, what's the deal? And why did you disown her for 15, 16 years? Oh,
Yeah, obviously
that's
she's
why
acting
Luis
fool,
thinks she's
had to get
16
banished.
because she said
Hadn't seen you since you were a baby
no.
or something like
She said
that.
15 years
Something
ago?
as a child.
Yeah, in the first one, but in this movie she says as a young child.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was 15 years ago.
What if she was 5 or
And
3?
if she was a young child and it was 15 years ago, she could have been 3.
Yeah.
She could have been 5.
Right.
I'm just thinking about like Adeline right now. Like, well, my
that's a
weirdo
young
kid
child.
would probably remember things from birth, but yeah, totally.
Let's see here.
My upstairs neighbors are getting it right now.
Partying right
Yeah, they
now.
are. Huh?
And you know what? It's young love. They're old, but it's young love, so we'll allow it.
Oh, the new couple.
Yeah.
Oh,
How old
nice.
are they?
Like, she just retired.
Okay, then.
Is that them singing or are they just playing music?
I assume
I
they're
hear a
just playing
different
music.
voice.
Interesting. Well, I
couple stuff
will
up.
say,
We also talk very loud, so
That when
they might be trying to drown us
I
out.
was in the theater and Halle Bailey sang Part of Your World. I didn't tear up. I said, good job, girl. You didn't let me down.
No, she did it.
Okay.
Melissa McCarthy
Good
admitted
job.
she was in tears the first time she heard Halle Bailey's version of Part of Your World.
Well, she did good.
She got at least 2 people to cry.
Well, I didn't cry. I said I teared up. Dang. Let's go ahead and talk about
out.
the shmoney money on this one.
Get
Oh,
out.
money.
out.
That's something that I didn't have pulled up quite yet. Hang on, but just a moment. This film had a budget of hot mama, $265 million. But
Dang.
Most of which went to her hair extension.
yeah, apparently
Right?
that hair we had to get insurance for it, and then let's see here.
Weatherproof it.
Yeah.
Sue Disney for neck kinks.
Oh.
They better pay her chiropractor bills.
Now this movie has come back with a worldwide total of $569.6 million.
Post-COVID world, that's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean, with their $265 million budget, usually that does not include the marketing for the film, so add on like another $200 million. They're like kind of barely making their money back. This movie isn't super duper profitable, but putting it on Disney Plus probably gives a boost to their numbers or whatever, and it ends
Because
up
there's the bad people
Net
like
positive.
me and Lou who are like, oh man, we missed it. We'll watch it on Disney Plus.
I know.
right.
There are certain movies that I try to make the effort now to go see the theater just because it is like a dying world.
I like the theater.
I know, I do too.
Poor Andre. You should see his face right
I
now.
don't want it to die.
I don't want it to
Please don't
die.
I know. So there are certain ones where it's like, okay, I'm gonna see that in the theater. You know, like I try to make the effort to go.
Right.
And this was one of them.
Yeah.
It was good, and I liked it.
You liked
What
it.
did the people think?
The people had thoughts. This film on Rotten Tomatoes
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
caused everybody
Yes.
to gasp. On the tomato meter, this currently sits at a 67%.
That's a little too low.
Wow.
That's the critics consensus says, with Halle Bailey making a major splash in the title role, Disney's live-action Little Mermaid ranks among the studio's most enjoyable reimaginings. The audience score is 94%.
Yeah.
And the audience says Halle Bailey is outstanding in The Little Mermaid, and most of the other new additions to this version of the story hit the mark as well. Those are both
So what is the 67
fairly
come from then?
positive consensi,
call?
but yeah, the
What is this?
300
Who does that?
341 reviews. This is their scores compiled together in like an average, basically. But yeah, it came
Whose
down to
scores, though?
67. These are critics' reviews.
But the consensus was like, we like it.
Right, it was good. So let me read through some of these critics' quotes.
Come on, critics, give it to me.
This one's rotten. It says, consider the lousy animation and awkward performances and highly questionable narrative and ask what, to the tune of Under the Sea, the hell is this? Says Matt Pais.
Really?
Another rotten
Did they say
one.
animation?
Yeah, he said the
Well,
bad animation. I mean, I guess that's CGI of the underwater.
If you're a
stuff.
critic, I'm gonna need you to use the correct vocabulary.
Another one says, nothing in recent memories feels so much like amalgamated groupthink, capital C content like this Little Mermaid. I don't even know what that means. I have no idea what you're talking about, John Serba from Decider.
He's trying.
Let me do one more rotten one. This one says, it's a weird message to be sending children these days. Pretend to be something you're not. Keep your trap shut and hope nobody notices the scales. That's from Tom Schoen of the Sunday Times.
Bro, it's a reinterpretation of an already known story.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
You want you go
It's like they made up a brand new
bash on
movie.
the person who wrote it. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's get into our ratings.
How interesting that it has such a low score.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to give this live action remake an 8. It was good. It was solid. I enjoyed the music. Halle Bailey did wonderful. And I am going to watch it again. Like, I would feel comfortable being like, yeah, I'm going to throw on that live action one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it an 8. It was good. Thank goodness. Andre.
Thank goodness. I think I'm going to give it a 7.5. Yeah, this one is a very watchable live action remake. You know, with some of these, it's like, okay, the live action remake is playing on TV. Am I going to keep watching it, or am I going to turn this off, bring up Disney Plus, and watch the original because I have easy access to it? And I think this one I would just leave on. You know, this one's good enough to watch on its own.
Yeah.
Halle Bailey is great, and I think she really brings the movie together. You know, if it was a different actress from All American or whatever, we might not be in the position that we're in right now.
I think she would do good.
But Halle Bailey really nailed it.
All American with Emily. So.
I don't know why you think she would do good just because of her eyes, because she's a really awful actress and not good on that show.
I believe you. It's the CW.
It's not the actress; it's the role she's playing that you don't like.
That's why I don't like Barry.
Work with.
I don't like Barry Allen either, and that's because of the CW.
Leave Barry alone.
You didn't like Grant?
Grant Gustin.
No, his little baby face.
That's the win. Let him go.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, 7.5 for me. I like The Little Mermaid.
Very good. Luis.
I 100% would rather watch this than the cartoon one.
Oh.
So, what's your score?
I'll give it an 8.
8 out of 10. Pretty
Okay.
I'll give it an 8 as well. I enjoyed it. I really watched it. I will Rottweiler, as Luis says, and yeah, I really liked it. The music is good. I like the reinterpretation of the songs. Scuttlebutt is fun.
Scuttlebutt's a banger.
Good, right?
Yeah.
It's very good.
I love it.
I like the Kiss the Girl, which was kind of always my favorite
Right.
Little Mermaid song. And they did a good job.
Yeah, it was good.
Aquafina squawking is very funny. It's not overdone, because they could have overdone it.
Right, for real.
The
Yeah.
gossip, the plot. Yeah, she's hilarious, dude. Well, very good.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Good on you, Little
It's
Mermaid.
been pretty good. Thanks,
on
Little
you.
Mermaid.
Thank goodness.
You nailed it. Directed by Rob Marshall and, written by all these other
Peeps.
homies. Yeah, all these peeps. Yeah, I commend them on their good job. Well done. Let's do a real quick live action report and just see what other live action Disney movies are coming up.
no.
Well, the
don't
one
wanna
that's
hear
been
it.
getting major controversy recently is Snow White.
Really?
Because
Why
They're
is she
trying to
like...
do one of those?
yeah, they're doing a live action Snow White. They've cast the actress.
They just do so many Snow Whites. The Huntress and the...
But
and
this
the
is the Disney one, right?
Because it's the OG.
This is the OG. They're remaking Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, right?
oh, no, they're going to... Oh.
So
I didn't even think about that part.
they've recast the dwarves, but they're no longer dwarves,
What?
or they're no longer like little people, right? As you would imagine one of these dwarves would be. They've cast people of all heights and sizes and shapes and colors, right? And and there's like an image out there of Snow White walking along with all of the 7 dwarves trailing behind her, and they all look completely different. And some are big, and some are fat, and some are small, and some are black, and some are white. And
Were they supposed to be family?
Well, yeah, I think
Brothers?
they're brothers, right, in the story. But this is a magical world. The Asian prince can have.
I was gonna say. I mean, we were.
Whoopi Goldberg, excuse me. That it's that kind of world, right?
Okay.
But people are
Rogers and Hammerstein do whatever they want.
blaze with fury on the internet.
I can't wait. Let's see it. Let's hear
about
it.
this.
No, give us the goods.
Let me look up.
Blaze with fury.
Snow White criticism. Let's see here. The live-action remake of Snow White has faced controversies, including backlash toward the casting of Rachel Zegler due to her skin tone not matching the original description, and criticism of the original film's dated message. So half the people are like, well, why
What, is she not white enough?
She's definitely not white, right? I think she's Hispanic or something. I assume there's an image of her in here somewhere. Maybe no. That article, why are you
She's
so
not
dumb?
white enough.
She's not white. But she's Snow White. You can't make her not white. She's Snow White.
How is this not the same thing we just went through with Ariel?
Let's see here.
And you know what?
Gracious.
Thanks for bringing this up, because why wouldn't Ariel not be white if she was in the Caribbean? Okay, she could just not be white all she
That makes
wants.
a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Freddie, get down.
Insane.
Let's see here.
We all know that the Europeans took a lot of ships full of African slaves to the Caribbean, so why couldn't she be black?
I mean, right. There's it makes
Snow
sense
White and the
logically,
7 politically correct companions.
Yes, this
Can I
is
see it?
this is an article from the Daily Mail.
There's no picture yet.
First picture of new live-action remake of Disney classic shows stand-in princess walking with diverse band of merry men and women after row over using dwarf actors. So they have. I think there's one little person in this picture.
And a gal.
So
No,
the
that's a guy.
picture?
Is that a guy?
That's a guy. That's a lady, I believe. I don't want to gender anyone, but these are the 7 dwarves, right? And so people are just in a tizzy about the what these are dwarves. You didn't hire little people to play the dwarves, except for this guy over here.
Dwarf, I don't know.
I don't know either. But
can you imagine then what would have been the controversy there? There's you can't do anything right.
it's just guys. They're just.
I don't know why we have to redo this particular movie,
Right. But people are.
this guy's just high.
People are
that
up in
guy
arms.
is just.
That's Happy or Doc. Yeah, I don't know.
That's who they're.
So this is a stand-in. This isn't the actual actress, but that is the skin tone of Rachel Zegler. Bro, some of my keyboard buttons are not working any longer. Rachel Zegler, American actress and singer. She came to prominence in playing Maria in Steven Spielberg's adaptation of West Side Story,
Okay, yeah.
and she's now playing Snow
You like
White.
her.
I love that girl.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, her face is perfect.
She's gonna be in
We
the.
saw West Side Story.
She's gonna be in the prequel of Hunger Games.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she's.
Well, her face is perfect for Snow White.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I think she looks great, and I like seeing Snow White.
Why are people mad about her?
So
Because she's not white.
she's not white, and
Okay.
Jeez, here we go again.
skin is lily white as snow, or whatever the phrase is from the story. That's what these angry people on Twitter.
Okay, she's snow tan. What?
No tan.
I'm just saying.
So
People seen Swedish bodybuilding women or Swedish models when they gotta go and do a show. They get nice and tan.
yeah.
Oh, they bronze up.
Bronze up.
That's right.
But it's not like nasty orangutan Trump.
And who's to say that they're gonna make her look
it's like
super
a
white?
legit
like Snow
olive.
White, you know,
I don't
I
know.
don't know what they're gonna do.
But then if they did that, then they'd be mad about that too. Like, oh, so you're going to take her.
white face, the dog lady.
Oh my god.
Live action remake of Disney
cannot.
classic films divide fans, with some enjoying the opportunity to revisit beloved movies, while others dislike the recycling and changes made to the original stories. The live action remake of Snow White has faced controversies, including backlash towards the casting of Rachel Zegler due to her skin tone
Freddie.
not matching the original description,
Come here,
and
come
criticism of the original film's dated message.
Put your legs down.
Timing for a Snow
Go.
White remake is questionable, as the film
Go.
already faces polarization, and Disney's
Go.
decision to remake it comes with the risk of alienating audiences and altering the core of the story. The future,
Oy vey.
the
Hey.
future of the live-action
Hey.
remake may depend on marketing efforts and viewers' reception in 2024.
The world is gonna shift into another time.
Snow White.
Snow White, I can't believe this movie's so woke.
The world is going to end.
I will say though, in
I didn't even
semi-defense
watch the
of this person,
Uh-huh.
semi-defense, like, truthfully, you could have picked a different movie. Like,
They probably
Right.
don't need to do
That- that's
they
a-
don't need to do any of them.
but there's a lot in this movie
There's a lot of money
that
to be
is
made.
no. There's a lot of things that are going to be like
Problematic.
problematic.
Right.
Like, you don't gotta do it.
Right.
You don't
Done
gotta.
something else.
I mean,
Do another Peter Pan. Do another
did
Peter
y'all
Pan
already say
every 2
this,
years.
but what's
Do
the
a Star
problem
is
with
Born or
them
something.
being, people of smaller stature.
Nothing, right? That's what they originally were. I'm down for that. But
Like, why does it have to not be that?
let me see here.
I don't know. Man.
But see, then there's always going to be an issue because
It doesn't matter what it.
yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. We're going to have an issue because, like, for me, I said that if I was upset about Will Smith being cast as Genie,
Right.
Because I was like, he's going to be too Will Smith. How is he going to stack up against Robin Williams? Is he going to be blue? Is it this? Is it that?
This type
It was
of
weirdly
scenario.
blue.
Okay. Thank God he wasn't blue most of the time, but
right.
he didn't try to be Robin Williams, so it was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It ended up being.
And then opposite here, she didn't have to have red hair, and we were upset about it. They tried to do
Right.
it. We didn't like it.
Right.
Melissa McCarthy looked exactly like Ursula, but
And
she
we
didn't
didn't
make
like
it her
it.
own, so
Right.
you didn't like it.
And,
Yeah.
and that's just the
The nature of the
problem
beast.
with any
Remake.
any remake.
Is that
And that's why I'm like, why are you
you're
guys
making
doing it?
this because this film has fans and it's garnered attention, and putting up a new one will garner similar attention and hopefully
How
make
about you
double the
come
money.
up with new freaking stories, okay?
New stories are risky.
Wow. You
We
did
don't
it with
we don't know that
Encanto?
people like this thing. It might fail. And then what do we do?
And and it's my fault that I go and see them. I pay the money to go see it, even though I don't really like it. But I want to see it because I like it. It's a cycle.
Right.
It's a moneymaker. It is. But no.
And then we out here talking about it on a podcast, and then we keep saying, I don't like no live actions, and we keep
like
making podcasts about them live action
Live
movies.
action. So next
guess
up.
what? Next week we ain't not gonna do no live action.
Oh my goodness, there's so many in the works.
Those are
But
all
I-
ones coming
Aside
out.
from Snow
I
White,
don't want to.
Mufasa the Lion King
Stupid.
in 2024, Moana.
Oh, that's the stupidest one. That movie's only been around.
It
since
just came
2018.
out. It
Why are
just
you making a freaking live
came
action?
out.
Just came out. It came out in
They need to
2016,
do a live action,
2016,
Rescuers.
but it's nuts. Anyway, Lilo
What
and
about the
Stitch.
brave little toaster? Let's do
That
it.
wasn't Disney.
Woo!
Oh.
Yeah.
Who
that
cares?
wasn't. Lilo and Stitch.
Do it.
Hercules.
No.
Black
Bambi.
Cauldron.
Bambi.
Bambi.
I hate
We gotta see this deer get shot in real life.
I hate these people so
The
much.
Sword and the Stone. Robin Hood. The Aristocats.
No.
They're gonna live action that one.
Yeah.
That's my other favorite.
And
Do it.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Oh.
With Josh Gad signed on board to play some kind of role in it.
Oh, dude, they need to get my boy who played Captain Salazar to play Quasimodo. He will tear it up.
I am deformed. And I am ugly.
He would tear it up.
All they do by doing this is make me want to go watch the original. Like,
Right.
You know
And
what?
honestly,
Yeah.
that makes them money now too. With it all being on Disney Plus. You'll keep
Now
your
I wanna-
subscription if you
just
want to watch the
because-
old stuff, or you'll keep your subscription because you
just
want to watch the
because
new
you're saying
stuff.
that, I now want to watch The Hunchback because that soundtrack is
So
banger.
that movie is
Hellfire.
Yeah, that man was simping. Anyway, you guys.
Next week.
Next week.
My poor neighbors, our windows are open because it's nice
I hope
outside.
they're enjoying the podcast. It'll be available on Monday.
Yeah.
Whenever. Okay, yeah. So skipping all of that, we're moving on to our next film. Next episode, we're going to be talking about the also brand new 2023 Pixar original film, Elemental.
It is now on the Disney Plus. You can watch it.
It's on the Plurs.
It's on the Plus.
And we will eventually get to Guardians 3. We will do that movie.
It's
just
just,
not quite
you
yet.
know, yeah. You know, now that our kids are a little older, and Trey is now at that age where he likes to watch the TV, there's only so much that's appropriate to put on. And Elemental is one of them.
It's a cute movie.
He's very cute.
Yeah.
So we gonna do that one next.
Nice and a kid approved.
Right. A lot less arm breaks in Elemental than in Guardians 3. So yeah, get ready for that. In the meantime, you can hang out with us on social media. We are at the Walt Pod on Facebook, X, and Instagram, and Threads, and some other ones. Go there, hit us up, slide into our DMs. Let us know what you thought of The Little Mermaid. Were you offended by her blackness or her red-hairedness or Melissa McCarthy-ness? Let us know.
Oh my God.
Send a message to contact@thewaltpod.com. We'll read your message on the show.
Or Flounder. I'm surprised you didn't say anything about Flounder.
He was fine.
He was fine.
Okay.
He looked kind of ugly. It could have been a cuter fish.
Yeah.
I was expecting you to-
That was a flounder
That's
fish.
the thing. Is that
Truthfully, I didn't
I was
notice.
expecting you to be upset.
He was fine. I don't really want to get into him too much.
Okay.
too many
was
thoughts on
fine.
Flounder.
If his voice wasn't cute, I would have had very
Good thing they shot him before
redeemed
Jacob
himself-
Tremblay's voice started to
He
change.
redeemed himself when he sang "Kiss the Girl," and then I was
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
But no.
They made Flounder a cuter fish than a
Hashtag
flounder.
Not my flounder. Okay.
Not my Flounder. 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. All right, you guys, that's been it for this week. We will catch you next time for some what is it? Elemental goodness, fire and ice and water. The vault is now closed.
A young mermaid makes a deal with a sea witch to trade her beautiful voice for human legs so she can discover the world above water and impress a prince. And she's... Let me start over. Okay. I ran out of breath.
He got a little buzz
Yeah, take
there.
a breath. All right, in 3, 2, 1.
A young mermaid makes a deal with a sea witch. Oh, damn, that's Irish, not Jamaican. I was trying to go Jamaican.
Well, they are Caribbean.
Let's order crumble. He was tripping.
Knew it.
Okay, here we go. In 3, 2,
I don't know why you said that.
1. Go.
Start over. I'm not buzzed. You just gotta be patient with me today. Okay, ready? Go again.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
A young mermaid makes a deal with a sea witch. Oh, I'm trying to bust a Jamaican.
You were doing it. You were doing it.
And we'll make fun of it one week.